Alright. Close that one. Gonna go to mine. Some changes are coming soon to the offline channel page. We'll see how that goes. Wasn't that the thing they were testing with Ninja not too long ago or something? When he was going offline? I don't know. It was weird. Anyway, I'm testing audio real quick. Looks good. Seems good. I'm gonna take my phone off the charger for right now. Boop, boop. Alright, gotta do my self-promotion stuff, because you know. We'll go from the first page. There we go. Call of Cthulhu. Fa-fa-fa-fa. So this is not completely blind. I have seen a playthrough of this game. It has been at least 2 years, though. Did someone wake in Cthulhu? Possibly. That's what we're going to find out. But let me get my stuff out of the way here. Just got to make sure I spell the name right, because I'm going to make a fool out of myself more than once trying to spell it. Alright. So there's 1. There's 2. I'm also going to hit Twitter, just because I'm cool like that. Thank you for the soul, T-Pain. I appreciate it. It was delicious. Very much needed. Very much. So last time we were streaming, we were playing Shantae Half Hero Genie. I figured out that most of the rest of the stuff that I didn't play required DLC, so we're starting a new game. This will be a new LP. It is not completely blind, and I will take chat suggestions. Like, I'm not going to worry about spoilers. Again, I've already seen this game played through at least one time, but there are variations on how this game can be played. So, I'm open to suggestions. If I ask chat at any point, feel free to offer an opinion. It's perfectly fine. Don't need to worry about spoiling anything for me. I promise it's okay. So I got the channels I wanted to. I think we're good. And everybody else is doing their own thing. So I think we are good to go. And again, I'm one of those people that prefers like the smaller streams. I don't want to really bother or interrupt other people while they're doing their streams, which is why I hold off. Don't kill yourself in the title screen. I'll try not to. But you know how Cthulhu is. So if Cthulhu wants, Cthulhu gets. I'm going to keep saying Cthulhu. I know it's like Cthulhu and like the unspeakable name, ha ha ha, but you know. I just think Cthulhu is better. It's funnier in my mind. But yeah, let's get into it. You think this is one of those kinds of games? Well, we'll find out. So we're entering the madness. So welcome to Call of Cthulhu. It might help if I signed in. Let's see. Oop. No. No credits, thank you. Let's just make sure... Okay. Subtitles are on. I don't know if we need a crosshair. I feel like we can change that if we need to, but not going to worry about that. So, new game. Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case and able to lift him from his torpor. Torpor? I guess that's how you say that? Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. So yes, we are a detective. We do investigations. However, the type of detective we are can change. Also, okay, good. That is up. Also, I have to remember that I have to press a button. Hey, Animbo! Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream, Modi. We are playing Call of Cthulhu. So, let us begin. We are starting off. No, so, Animbo, I was there for the raid. I don't... This is going to sound weird, but I don't want to be the person the people raids. It's not that I hate raids. It's not that I don't enjoy them. It's just there are people who are already doing their streams, and I didn't want to cut into that territory. You know what I mean? So Koyo getting the raid, perfectly fine. But again, that's my preference. I'm already where I need to be. I've got my affiliate status. I'm perfectly content with that. Anyway, we are entering the madness. So, Animbo, if you care to join us on this adventure, I am taking chat suggestions. This is not completely blind. This is my first playthrough, but I have seen Let's Plays of this before. So if you have suggestions and I ask questions, or if I have a build question. No, I understand it, Nimbo. I appreciate it. It really means a lot. Like, the fact that anyone would bother to support me in any way, it means the world to me. You have no idea. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's get on. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man in his callousness can remain sane in the hideous end. H.P. Lovecraft. Thank you, Mr. Lovecraft. Does this relate to the Rhode Island T-Pain? Oh my god, Zephyristix. Were you not following already? I am surprised, sir. But thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Really, it means a lot. Okay, I think that turn speed's okay. I was worried because it was rather low before, but I think this is fine. We may have to still up it from here. Thank you for the Leafio love. She is a pretty great streamer, I'm not gonna lie. So, this fish market, it's a little weird. A lot of shark meat. Shark meat. Ooh-ha. Oh no! It's chained. But yes, if your investigative eyes do see something that I miss, let me know. It is okay, I promise. This is you can spoil away and tell me whatever you need to tell me. Zephyristix, what the hell are you doing? Oh wait, no, that was a Nimbo. A Nimbo, what the hell are you doing? I appreciate it. Thank you for gifting a sub to Zephyristix. Unfortunately, I do not have emotes yet. Again, I'm not trying to rush my artist. I'm not trying to have them do anything too quickly, so I don't have anything to really offer you except for the ad-free viewing. I don't know if anybody got ads coming in, because obviously as the streamer, I don't see those things, but I will try to have emotes made. For right now, we have the channel points. Rami Sama, good lord. There's a host. Thank you for the host, my friend. Also an excellent streamer, that Rami Sama 88. If you haven't, please give that boy a follow. He streams now VR chat, among other things. He's been doing some Dragon Ball in the past, so I don't know if he's going to go back to that or go back to fighters or whatever he's going to do, but he's a amazing streamer. You may have seen him on VR chat. A really great dude. Hey! 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 Enough of that. I am just a normal mod like anyone else. Also, I forgot the... I did do a little bit of playtesting earlier because I wanted to make sure I got the stuff in the right place, but yeah, here we go. Alright, got a bolt cutter. But yes, if you feel investigative and you are into the paranormal and you see something that I don't see, this is not a blind playthrough. I haven't played it myself, but I have seen Let's Plays of it. So, yes, this is not completely blind.
Fate inescapably draws you on.
So, again, let me know if there's audio problems as well. I have it on the same settings that I have for most of my games, but those are usually louder games. So, if it's too soft, I can up it. I just need to know. So, keep an ear out for that. Shine! Shining justice. Oh.
What a putrid offering.
Cthulhu, is that you? Already? I mean, I've just been in the game for like 5 minutes. You're already talking to me?
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
This is my run button, by the way. That's run.
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Hit that whiskey bottle a little hard. Ooh, consult the diary. Let's do that. All right. Ah, shit. All right. That is in the way, isn't it? So I'm looking at my menus, and it's hard to read that with that there. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Well, I guess we're living with it for now. So that was a unexpected problem. Like in my I know you all can see it, but for me, all I see right up there at the top is there's that blue little recording bar, because that's how Xbox does the Twitch stream. But I can't see like dark water or clues or anything like that. Like right there's a block that just says I'm recording. So we'll try to work with it. Anyway. So we'll start with Darkwater. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there's no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Okay. No information on the occult. No information on inhabitants. We are now on clues. We have no clues! I can't believe it. Ooh, interesting. I did not set these, by the way. These were just set on their own. Or am I crazy? There's a sanity meter! Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, took part in Mizzou. I don't even know how to say that. I'm sorry. If anybody lives there. Meuse-Argonne? Anyway, Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the last battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses for the enemy and Allied artillery fire, forced to hold this position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of the fallen comrades without food or medical supplies. The soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He's consumed sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Got it. Can I actually allocate points at this point? Like, I did not choose these stats, so I guess it just gave them to me like this? It's a little odd. I wonder if it's just random. My old lighter. When I engraved in the memory of the 77th Infantry Division, the men of the lost battalion that fell. Okay. Inspect. So, to translate this for anybody who doesn't understand how Americans do dates, it's month, day, then year. So that's October 7th of 1918. So I know that a lot of other nations do day, month, then year, which makes a lot more sense, to be honest. But yes, that's how that works. Just in case anybody wasn't familiar with that concept. I think that when they do localizations and that sort of thing, I think they do change that up. So that's kind of weird. All right, let's open some files.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Wait a minute. Now who's sending me messages? I'm looking... Just a second. Who's there? Oh, it's just... Ladle. Okay. Ladle's doing her stream. It's cool. Or she's making an announcement. Something along those lines. I think she'll be fine. Couldn't understand it. Husband never understood his wife has left him. Kept calling me for weeks after the investigation had been closed. Nice. So it was resolved, but he still doesn't get it. Why did my wife leave me? I know the pain, man. I know the pain.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Byron hired me. Didn't like the way I closed this case. When you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Yep. I'm surprised I can't open these, but
Natural
I guess it's
sciences, fine. Linguistics, archaeology. Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Okay. I got something new in the inventory, apparently. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from an unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? I wonder. Okay, so I can review the cases. Got it. Okay. You know, I am not one for the drink. So, I'm going to play this game sober. I can understand people that do drink. I respect their decisions to do so, but for my playthrough, we're going to be as sober as possible. Can we turn this? Thank you. As much as I love that song.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Who is calling me at this hour? All right, is there anything else I'm missing?
Business here to attend to.
Okay, good.
I used
no
to be an
books.
avid reader. The Wentworth
reader.
Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
All right, I think that was most of the stuff in the room. We will now take the phone call.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Ah, okay. So this is the part that I remembered. So I have 8 CP, which I can use. What does that mean? So, for each particular skill, so we've got strength, eloquence, spot hidden, psychology, occultism, and medicine. I can pump points into each of these and gain levels. Investigation being the centralized theme, as I am a private investigator. So I will give Chad a little bit of a discussion on this. Like, which way do we want to go here? So strength is obviously physical strength. Eloquence is just being able to talk your way out of a situation. Spot hidden is finding hidden items. Psychology has to do with your general knowledge of human behavior. And eloquence and psychology sort of go hand in hand, but they're a little bit different in this game. I forget exactly. Occultism is the weird shit. So, occultism is basically, hey, you want to see some spooky shit? Put stuff into that. Medicine is just understanding like herbs and medication and anything that's lying around. So, I will give that a few minutes to digest. We've got 8 CP. Obviously, the higher levels need more CP to get to the next level. You can already see that my highest stats are already strength and investigation. So those require 6 to get to the next level. I can pump those early and just make them really good. Eloquence has to do, again, with the speech, which is, eloquence, psychology, and spot hidden are pretty good. And again, spot hidden is just finding hidden items around a location. Like, it just helps me find items, which may or may not help me. I may not see something because I don't have it, that sort of thing. And then if we want to get wacky, we just go straight into the occult. Medicine, again, that sort of goes with investigation. So So I'll give it like 30 seconds. Anybody wants to make a suggestion? If you don't, I have an inclination towards one or the other. Let's see, 4 points there, 4 points there. And 2 points there, which actually might be really good. What's strength need? Is there anything that's like close? Okay. So I'm going to make an executive decision. I personally don't really care for occultism. Again, I don't really have any idea how it really affects the game, but occultism is not factual. And if I was an investigator in this situation, I'd rather go for eloquence for one. So now we're at level 3 there. I do want to get spot hidden to level 3. And I kind of want to pump psychology, but for right now, we'll just finish off medicine. So it's a good rounded character. Again, not really worried about the occult. So I think that's where we're going to put it.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
Go for it.
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
So the funny part is I just shaved, but I did have that facial hair going on for most of the day.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
Our first investigation point.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay. Well, let's start with the file.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Okay. So as long as that's all of his line there. A shipping label. Some of it's unreadable, but you can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that a fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on it was a domestic accident, but they, nevertheless, insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting. An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live in a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Okay. Anything on the back? Nope, just a notebook. All right, cool. So, fire, building. Good. Let's look at this lovely painting.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Okay. So I'm not sure. Unlocked answer. All right, let's go with the unlocked answer. I mean, it seems like the right thing to do.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Okay. Let's go on to
You must tell me
this one.
if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay, so if they're green, that means I've done them. Fine. Okay, cool. Investigation professional.
Darkwater?
Where did she live?
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
So T-Pain, we've had them talking for a bit. Is it too soft or is it too loud or? I know my mic is particularly loud in comparison, but I just want to make sure that it's audible for everybody. If you're still there, and it's okay. Like, I'll be able to review it later. It's just I kind of want to be able to do it on the fly. Okay, I guess I'm just going with it. Find out about Warehouse 36.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I guess that's just the same thing.
The sender's
Let me
label
ask again.
mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think
So
you're...
that's
That
the
is
same
what
thing.
go to Dark.
Okay, all right. So I've got
I
everything
think I'm
fine.
beginning
Let's
to
go.
understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down.
Okay.
I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
All right. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of a long abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts. Okay.
All I have to do is go to the port. Natural sciences, linguistics.
All right. We're going to skip that for a second. So going back. No CP. Oh, cool. We get little infolits about people. So Stephen Webster was the man who was just here. Businessman, age 63, wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me and ordered that I investigate the death of his only daughter, blah, 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 blah. Ready to do anything to prove his daughter was not mad. Okay. Charles Hawkins, currently deceased. Ship owner, age 41. Charles Hawkins is a local celebrity in Darkwater, or ship owner. Travel a lot. Sarah Hawkins during a trip to Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Oh my God. She was 33. All right. Occupation painter. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she said, "I paint with my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnist. A wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going chooses to follow her new husband and live in a recluse of the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers. Nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continued to seek the truth. Simon Hawkins, age 11. Looks like a stump. Schoolboy. Only daughter, only daughter. Only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire and claimed his whole family. Okay, cool. Island of Darkwater. Seemed to have forgotten the very existence of the isolated rock off the coast of Boston. Small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs. Only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up supply posts there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. Interesting. Medicine. Art of Sarah Hawkins. Got it. Knowledge. Knowledge.
Sticks, archaeology.
Got it. Where's my coat? I must be off.
I used to be an avid reader.
Alright, yep. Avid reader, got it.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Ah, the sleeping pills. The doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares. But for a while now, their effect has been wearing off. I don't know if I actually wanted those. I mean, I'm not wrong. He looks like a damn stump. I feel embarrassed just looking at him. I think I saw things. It's fine. What is this? Oh, cool. The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. A dense work aimed at the interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all illnesses known in civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Nice. We got a book. And we've got medicine progression. Okay, so 22%. Okay, medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Oh, shit. I guess that's why these were yellow. Okay. But I did pump a little bit of points into medicine. To put an end to your nightmares if you've taken enough of them at once. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so the two skills, medicine and occultism, can only be obtained by picking things up in the environment. Okay, that makes sense. And I gained a CP. The Sarah Hawkins case. Except the Sarah Hawkins case. All right, Chapter 2, Darkwater Port. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbed painting. On the shipping label, an address of a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be a starting point for Pierce's investigation. And again, if you fellow detectives out there have any intuitions, feel free to share them. I would love to know. I've seen one of many potentials for this game. Takes a long time to load this dock. So how's everybody else's day? We got plenty of time, apparently. In fact, I'm going to grab a bite. We're going to do some ASMR. That was a good chip. All right. Enter madness. We get a title card screen. Woo, yeah. T-Pain, thank you for the 15 bits. I appreciate it, my man.
We're almost there.
Well, apparently I know that's James Fitzroy, but I guess that does make sense. I have been riding this boat a long time. Call of Cthulhu. The Scylla. Now's the time to get your fish puns out there. If you have fish puns, I'm calling for them now.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
New objective. Talk to Fitzroy. Well, well, well. What if I talk to our lovely dockhand here? Will he tell me anything? Aren't these waters lovely? Don't they just ooze with excitement? Probably oozing with something else too, but you know.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break it.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Well, none of these seem to be, I'm just going to ask about the warehouse.
This address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah.
Ex-Oblivion. Failed a skill test.
You can't
So that was a
understand.
failed
You're not
skill
sailors.
test.
It's a sign. There's
Wow.
something
All right.
coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
I wonder if I can learn more medicine before I get there, but... Oh well. We'll let it be for now. You boys like to talk? Nope. 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 Alright. That's cool. Later. Smell you later, Fisher guys.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
To test my eloquence. Yeah, let's test our eloquence. We did level it up.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I'm not going to ask about prohibition. That's a stupid question. Let's just talk about the warehouse.
Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I am not ordering a drink. We are playing it dry. I'll ask about the name. Why not?
Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
How do I want to phrase this? Enough said about Sarah Hawkins. No, let's just say, if it's true, go ahead and tell me.
Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I don't want to call him strange. Again, because he's a local hero, I don't want to bring that up.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Hey, Nimbo. Thank you for the cheeb.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
All right. The Shanty. Or the Chanty, however you want to say it. 21st May 1847. Lurky. It's okay. It's all right. You can be Lurky. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of an unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of a formidable toothed whales, the Cetizian, I don't know how to pronounce that, Cetizian, that was already being called the miraculous catch, covered the whole dock, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine for which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Hey, Zeph, welcome. It's okay, Lurky boys. You can be Lurky. It's all right. I approve of you being here and enjoying this content. Anything else? Yes. I don't have a lurk. I'm sorry, T-Pain. But yes, thank you all for being here, even if you're just lurking. It's okay.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
And the doctor, what did he say? He laughed. My God.
You said it.
All right. Oop, not that one. I have 1 CP. And everything needs like 6. So I do want to level up psychology, but I don't know. Maybe we'll hold off on that for a bit.
She will do it again, you know.
Talk to the drunks, maybe?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
Let's ask about the
Never
song.
heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
All right, let's ask about it.
To an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared. You exhausted the stocks. You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen. Good night, stranger.
So long.
You're rather polite for drunks. I'm okay with this. All right. Let's chat with her.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
I mean, all right then.
I told you to beat it.
Okay, she doesn't want to talk anymore. Got it. Captain Fitzroy. Is this a tab?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Okay, got it.
She will do it again, you know. Oh, the girl doctor. Colden. She won't stop asking.
All right, so I wasn't going to ask about the prohibition, but since it's on the wall anyway, I guess I can go ahead and just ask.
Again.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Well, you already gave away everything. I'm thinking it's the girl in the corner. All right, so... Again, I don't want to order a drink. Because that means I'm probably going to have to... Fuck. Okay. It would be... Can I pass the drink? That's the question. You know, I'll take the risk. If I take the drink on accident, that was not my intention. My intention is going to be give the guy to my left the drink.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Okay. So he doesn't want to let me drink. Fine. That solves that problem. That solves that problem. Okay. Whew.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Okay. Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier, Cat. Okay, so there's a hustle going on the side. We're going to go ahead and just close that drawer. Oh. Well. I'll just be over here. I'll talk with him in a second. I didn't actually think he was down here on this floor.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Well, I found the privy. Oh, but you can't flush it. Well, it was worth a shot. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about crouch. It's like I know I have one and I keep forgetting. Yeah, mate, it took a wicked piss in there. Be right back. Second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Slowly but surely. And don't call me Shirley. He sells seashells down by the old fishing dock.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
I'm thinking it probably is Fitzroy. He has a wooden leg.
What a macabre souvenir.
I believe that is the wooden leg. Fuck. Compromised already. It's okay.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Fair enough.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? So, it sounds like Charles had a few items on his list that he didn't want to be seen. Go ahead and close the door. Was this not the deck?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
You tell me. Let's not go
I'm
for that one.
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed,
I
maritime
am.
activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
Let's talk about Darkwater. We'll leave the warehouse for last. Let's talk
The
about the
miraculous
catch.
Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed
did.
on a wall of the stranded whale.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you
Never,
heard
Captain.
about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
I'll talk about the photo. That was out in the public. I don't want to talk about Cat right off the bat, because that was supposed to be hidden,
at
I
your
believe.
photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I saw it. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the
I
drawer.
found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Thank you, Captain.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
We'll just leave.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay, got a new CP, which is fine.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Go ahead and shut the door. We're not animals. Hello, cat. Or who I assume was cat.
Beat it.
Okay, she really doesn't want to talk to me at all. All right, fine. I get it.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. Just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
Okay, got it. gentlemen, please shut the door.
There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid.
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
Alright, so they're putting it back in the sea. Anybody else to talk to out here? Nope, he's busy fishing. Brendan the Navigator. Oh, here we go.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Doesn't open. This one, maybe?
There.
Nice. Kat knows about the thefts from her stock of liquor. She'll find out who it is, and I wouldn't like to be in his
Stealing from the
shoes.
bootlegger's stock of liquor. Hello, old friend.
Oh, shit. Well, I don't know if I wanted to take that bottle of liquor, but you know what? It's fine. What if I go back to talk? Yeah, no worries, T-Pain. No worries. I appreciate anybody stopping by. It really means a lot. Could you put the lighter away?
You live
Gents?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
Let's see.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Okay.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Here we
Is
go.
it Cat
Who's
who's
Cat?
shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Thanks, boys. It's been a treat.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
What if I go talk to Cat? I'm curious.
Where do you think
Officer?
you're going? Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
Eloquence, let's go.
What's the difference between a police officer and a private detective?
The badge?
Exactly. Apart from that piece of metal, there's nothing that sets us apart.
You think so?
We're looking for the same thing, you and I.
Okay. Spare me the next verse. I'll tell you what I know. There are sailors who think that there's a beast prowling around the docks. Then again, these guys panic at the thought of bringing a rabbit onto a boat, so...
I see.
And there are others who would like to use the warehouses for their goods.
That's fine. Where do you think you're going? Thank you for your valuable help.
Okay, sir.
Okay, got it.
Stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
Again, I know I'm doing a lot of back and forth, but I want to see if having these conversations and this intel helps me.
I told you to beat it.
It does not. Okay, fine. I guess I'm just done with her. It's a real shame, that. A real shame.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take
Actually,
my
that's a
leave.
good question. What if I just talk to the captain? What if I just ask him what the hell's going on? I bet you he doesn't really have anything else to say, but maybe he does. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently, the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
So let's talk to the boys at the gate real quick. Obviously, there is a sneaky way in, but...
You could tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Ooh. Do I want to tell my eloquence, or test my eloquence? You know what? Let's try. Let's give it a shot, and if not, I do have evidence.
Gentlemen, you have a problem.
What? Who do you take yourself for, stranger?
Your boss is very unhappy with your work.
Oh, yeah? You're bluffing.
She said those knuckleheads are incapable of staying at their post.
Darn it.
You think he's telling the truth?
We'll find out. Prove that you really know Cat.
It's risky to question my word. I wouldn't like you to get cut with a certain Italian knife.
Okay. You've convinced us.
And it's she who sent you? What do you want from us?
I have to take a look inside the Hawkins warehouse. Leave me alone, and I'll put in a good word for you with Cat.
Okay, it's a deal.
Thank you, boys. You've been quite the delight. Remember, gentlemen, you can lie your way through as long as you have the intel you need. Oh, this is the warehouse. Okay, got it. Got it. And the other thing is, not only did I have a plan, but I had a backup plan in case it failed. So that's where I would have come up. Right there.
Let's see.
I'll just open the door.
Shoot. I'll have to find another way to get in.
Okay, well, that's a difficult lock.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
I can't say I had no idea, and I can't say let me through. I'm just going to say nothing.
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Okay.
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
All right, not what I expected.
I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm gonna have to deal with her.
Can I use that methodology before? I don't think these guys... Yeah, they won't even talk to me. Okay, fine.
Cops, they can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
It's a little late. I've already met Kat.
Well, at least you're still here to talk about it. She must like you.
Something like that.
With that, please do excuse me, because I'd prefer not to be seen talking with you for too long.
Okay, cool. Nope, that's fair. That's fair. So now I guess I had to take the long way. I don't know if that was, like, fair, though. It's just like, oh, she appears out of nowhere. So there's a ladder.
This tunnel goes under the warehouses. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
So the little green icon, there we go, enables heavy loads to be lifted and held aloft
This
without
ratchet
risk.
device seems to be usable.
So you see in the bottom left, it's letting me know that there's secrets nearby.
These old winches.
And technically, this is still tutorial area because, like, these are pretty easy to find. But yeah.
An old cogwheel. Rusty, but in working.
Okay, so I've got everything.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Mount the handle. Mount the cogwheel. Mount the ratchet device. And strength. Oh.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn.
Oof.
I broke it.
But it did do something. Damn, I broke it. Anything I can do with the car? Not really. Every time Discord goes off, I'm just like, ah, panic! But it's fine. It's okay. It's all good. I mean, it's got to be up there, right? There's not really anything else I can do. Broke it. Broke it. And I can't just push it? I feel like I could. Is this just locked off to me permanently? Is that what's going on? Like I literally can't get into the warehouse? Find help to get you into the warehouse. Find help. You won't talk to me.
Leave me alone, please. I don't want trouble.
Okay, he doesn't want to talk to me. Fine. Does that mean the captain? I don't know why the captain would help me. Wait a minute. You boys?
We're at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told that flunky that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Was that it? Was that the whole conversation? All right, cool.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Yeah, you've got nothing to help me.
Fuck. Can you tell me where the warehouse is again?
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Oop. Hang on a moment. Ah, that ringtone is so good. You should follow and join Leafy's Discord. I believe it is still there as long as Pancakes hasn't taken it down yet, but it's pretty good. Who would even help me at this point? I mean, the only people left are the officers.
Don't put that beast back.
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Okay. You are literally the only human being left.
I told you to beat it. No need to get worked up.
Okay, you don't want to talk to me either. Well, shit, what am I supposed to do? Get the drunks?
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
Would you gentlemen like some work?
I've taken
Shit.
enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
See, this is all just all kinds of unfair right now. Fuck. What am I missing? Like, I did get in there. I got to the door. And it's just like, oh, you failed the lockpick. Fuck. I wonder if I had succeeded, if I'd be okay. I wonder if that's the case. Like, what can I possibly do here? Can't jump. There's nothing left to investigate down here. Did I just lock myself out? Is that possible? Do I just fail the investigation? Like, I feel like I'm looking for a box, or you know what? Let's go back to the bar. That is the one place I haven't checked fully. I don't know why anybody in the bar would bother to help me, but you know, maybe somebody's pissed. You got nothing to say? All right.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor...
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices.
You like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of...
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
You shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking ill, you see.
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
Okay, fair.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
You again.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, come.
Drinking it. Anything else?
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. And they saved Darkwater from famine.
You seem to know Charles Hawkins well. How about his wife, Sarah Hawkins?
Well, she was a local somebody. We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Then
her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Okay. So, more intel stuff.
I've got what I need.
That's fine.
Anything else?
That'll be all for
Can't order a drink. Thank you. Got it.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
Yeah, I already lied once. I don't feel like lying again is going to be the best option here.
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice.
If I'd lied, it would have been worse.
If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Well, at least she's talking to me now.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Sure.
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit, and nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Cops, they can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
Quick, now shank her. I'm kidding.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
All right, fine.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place?
I've got 3 CP.
And the Sarah Hawkins case. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? Can't sleep. I know how that feels. It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Okay. So far, it's been fish guts and everything else. And that's the front door, which is not a smart idea, so let's go ahead and go out the back.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Let's not threaten the police officer. Let's team up.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it.
Well, I got out of that one.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Nice. Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get to the warehouse. The place thought to be abandoned revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as partly charred painting, Oh, sorry. Of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Got it. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. Police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. Okay. Also, I guess I'm going to update Discord because it wants me to. Enter madness.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Questions?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Let me ask him for his
I prefer to
expertise
be
here.
Prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Let's go ahead and walk over here real quick.
$16.93. This house is much older than it seems, but the architecture seems too recent.
Okay. I'll be right back. Hang on. Old man does old things being old. I'm going to be like that 84-year-old granny. Except I'll be 90 and playing Devil May Cry. Alright, anyway.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Okay.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they
We'll talk
buried
about it.
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
Poor kid.
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Okay. That's where the car was. What if I backtracked? Wait a moment. Figurine of a whale carved from wood is the sort of toy that sailors made for their children.
Recently fallen. It's as if all life has abandoned the place.
Well, wait a minute. Is there any... Okay, I can't even get over there. Good.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Okay, nothing here. Boom, 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 boom.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You can ask Officer Bradley if it's true. He's right behind me, paying his respects at the Hawkins family graves.
Bradley? A good guy. Not as dumb as you think.
Ah, that's right. He'll tell you that we're working together.
Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
Oh.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Okay.
What now?
Oh, okay. Don't be angry, man.
Pierce,
It's cool.
shall we enter? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
And
boop.
I'm with you.
Hawkins Mansion. Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins Mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker, still faithful to his employers. Keeps watch of the place. Armed with his axe, Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins Mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire. We are in the building. Enter
Follow
madness.
me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
I have 6 CP. Okay. Let's go ahead and get investigation to 4. Detective Edward Pierce. Reach a level expert in a skill.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this
Gross.
tell me? This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Ah, here we go.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Mm-hmm.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Charles and Sarah's wedding is painted by Sarah herself. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It's common knowledge that he wasted away his fortune on expensive trips. What was he looking for?
Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. Did someone escape the fire? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Here we are.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Okay.
Did it stop at the time of the fire? They had a fight. Why? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
That is the idea.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
Hmm.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you
They
on
weren't.
that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got them.
Without your authorization. By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Charles sure liked that drink.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Honestly, you don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr. Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart. I see no reason to doubt his word.
So be it. Let's move on. I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Okay. Don't mind him.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Okay, I'm not getting anything that says there's something to worry
This
about,
door is
but
locked.
that's okay. Ooh, a book. I love books. History of Medicine. In the 18th century. Here we go. This is a collection of medical knowledge that health practices in the 18th century. Actually, it only covers the so-called civilized countries. It does not deal with the influence of holistic medicines or medicines from continents considered inferior. Where's my medicine hat? Like, good God, that levels slowly. Like, holy cow, does that level slowly. If I knew how much medicine mattered, I would have dumped all my points into that. Holy cow.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
Indeed. Alright, let's take this one room at a time. No reason to, like, go off the wall.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. The lyrics.
What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor? What would you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
An original? Good fucking lord. Like, don't get me wrong, I know they exist, but holy shit, do you know how much that would be worth? Burn it. Burn it to the ground. Especially since this is where the officer took me. So let's go upstairs real quick. Okay, it's blocked off. Perfect. I only had one place to go anyway. The locked door
is blocked from the outside.
I want to do, like, a stream or something along those lines where all I do is sing sea shanties. I feel like that would be a good time. Moby Dick!
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale.
Classic, especially for a family of ship
Mandatory
owners.
reading for any whaler, I guess.
Moby Flippin' Dick. Dickie Mobe. Mopey the Dick Dan Doodler.
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to him yet.
This place was falling apart long before the fire.
Funny how that works out. I keep burning my damn hand.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
Human Body, a Comparative Analysis. The precise and very detailed treatise on particularities of the human body compared to the animal world. The simplicity of its writing and the vulgarization of its vocabulary make it accessible to the profane. In other words, it's biology for idiots. How many points did I get for that one, Jimmy? Barely any. Ah! Girl streaming again? Holy crap. She's been streaming nonstop.
"20,000 Leagues Under the Sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
I love a good Jules Verne.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
Seceded? They left the colonies. Interesting. Oh, lamp. And it works. And it's fueled by whale oil. Just a hunch.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
It's funny they should mention that. I know a close personal friend of mine who goes by the name of Hecate. Although I don't know if it's Hecate or Hecate, so I think it's Hecate, but we'll go with that. We'll go with their pronunciation. I'm not sure that's correct. It may just be his Bostonian in him, but I have no idea.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear sir, as you know, I have always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that, although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Wellard II? I don't know what that mark is.
Locked.
Curses. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
The boys' room.
Interesting choice.
What was going through that boy's mind? A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Yeah, not the best idea to give a child sleeping medication. But even worse.
Nightmarish vision could have inspired them. Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Achievement. Memory. Explore the memories of the Hawkins family. As opposed to not doing that? Wait. Well then. Let's have a look, shall we?
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Okay, let's see. Boston client, $230. JF, 170, sorry. $200, $230. Not bad, especially in that day and age. Holy crap. Wait a minute. So January to April, and then her prices just skyrocket. Thousands of dollars back in the early 19th or early 20th century. Holy shit.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
I mean, it would make some sense.
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend, who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L. I mean, from a business standpoint, I sort of understand, but, like, relying on one person for your clientele is not the best idea.
The door is blocked on the other side. Bradley? Is that you?
Yeah, we're not going up there.
What will her room reveal about her?
Perfect.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Barbiturates. They act as depressant of the nervous system, but once you begin, you can never live without them. Of that, I know something. And quite frankly, I just wanted to say barbiturates. Can I open the wardrobe? There is something hidden in here. There we are.
Barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
Dr. Thomas Fuller, Riverside Institute, Darkwater, Massachusetts. Date, July 21st of 24. 75 milligrams of sodium to be taken every 4 to 6 hours as required. If attacks become too violent, add 25 milligrams of phenobarbital up to 3 times a day. Do not consume alcohol or any other medication during the period of treatment. Dr. Thomas Fuller, Take 2 Darkwater General Store.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent?
Like, he's not wrong. All right. So first things first, I'm going to head back just a bit. This is the staircase up front, nothing here. Is my friend the officer anywhere in here? He is.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects. Did you hear that?
I did.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well,
okay, it just
not
resets.
much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
I guess I just have to go up.
Is anyone there?
He has such a nice coat. Like, it's just form-fitting. Spooky. Yeah, no worries, T-Pain. Have a good night. I appreciate you being here.
You! Stop!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
Well, he couldn't have ran down the hallway.
This door is blocked from the outside.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
Where did he go?
Oh, I got 4 CP? Wait a minute. Okay, good enough.
It looks like an old Seaway map.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
Hawkins, Captain Fitzroy posing in the third person.
I wonder
they seem
who the
close.
man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism. Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Seems like this came from a log.
42 north, 70 west. Darkwater Island. We sailed the north all morning. Captain Hamilton was confident. He says we beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. 47 north, 55 west. Disappear without a trace. No longer ignore their sad fate. What is eating these huge beasts? Told Hamilton a bad omen. Doesn't care. 49 north, 61 west. We dropped anchor near a village. Inhabitants say the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them to divide the gods. Told them to only fear God Almighty, but the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. 57 north, 51 west. We have sighted a huge whale in the distance. It seems to be beyond anything known to man. It sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants it. 33 north, 53 west. Caught it. It's the most grotesque whale I've ever laid eyes upon. Going to memory as the biggest catch ever. My men have died. Our men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. Darkwater, we have beaten the Orpheus, returned the empty holds. The Scylla and Hamilton are only memories. So 3350
link with the Seaway map. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
All right, hang on.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. This panel is movable.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. I'd be better off not touching them for the moment.
Yeah, we're not going to force it open.
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
There is a hidden clue. Ah, here we go.
Hawkins was keeping her father's letters from her.
Been open visibly, but not have left Charles Hawkins' office. They're tied together with carefully knotted braid. Why did Hawkins intercept his wife's mail?
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Okay, got it. So the bracketed one, Wednesday, 23rd, 3353. 3353, right?
Looks like it worked.
I was just a little bit off, that's all. A brilliant mind. Use the globe to open the secret passage. So I did have the right idea. Oh, Chapter 4, Tunnels Underneath the Hawkins Mansion. Secret Cave. Discover the mansion's secret passage. Alright, inside the Hawkins Mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken to search the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered the secret passage. Pierce and Bradley entered the tunnel under the mansion. And I believe, once we get this lovely checkpoint, that will be a good time to stop for tonight. We'll see what happens when we load in. We'll let it load in and play the opening here. And we'll see where we want to go. Let me check here. Yeah, she's back to playing Minecraft. Enter madness.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and return to the main menu. Yes. So if I go to load game, okay, chapter 4, got it. So it did save. We are at that chapter. Thank you all for being with me on this lovely investigative adventure of Call of Cthulhu. Now, obviously, the name alone already gives away a lot of information about what might be going on. But we are investigating. We're going to learn about this case and all the little nitty-gritty stuff behind it and its secrets. So for right now, calling it a night. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for enjoying. And if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow my Twitter, all that fun stuff. And if you have any suggestions, questions, anything like that, by all means, let me know. Thank you all for being here tonight. This is Reaper 102388. I will see you all next time, and we will do some more investigations in Call of Cthulhu. Bye-bye.